All right, hey guys, a little bit of nextrosity here.
Jesus Christ. You stepped up your intro game, man.
I know, right? Next level.
Hello everyone, I'm Filthy Casual. How are you guys doing?
You haven't stepped up anything at all. Hi guys, I'm Filthy Casual. Yeah, fuck it. Right, today we're talking about esports. Is it a sport? Do you like E's? Whatever.
E numbers.
Good boy.
So,
what does esports stand for, Andrew?
well, you see the E in esports stands for electronic.
Okay.
So, if you combine that with the sports, what you end up with is electronic sports.
So like air hockey. We're talking about air hockey. I love it.
Don't make me smack you with this. Okay,
I
so...
thought it stood for entertainment sports.
Sorry?
I thought it stood for entertainment sports, but now that's like every sport.
Pretty much. No, that would be like synchronized swimming and shit.
Jeez.
Oh, okay, anyway. I guess I'm gonna kick things off.
Yeah, you
So, esports. One of the most obvious questions to start with would be, do you think esports should be considered in the same way as like a traditional sport, like football or rugby or whatever?
How do you mean? Yeah, yes.
Okay.
I think anything you can spectate and bet on and root for a team, it should be the same, yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
Exactly how to like some people like politics is like a sport. Call it an e-sport as well, but the E stands for evil.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I agree.
Right?
I don't think there's much more to say on that.
Is there an alternative? Is there a counter argument to that? I mean,
I was just trying to think like what the arguments for. I mean, the main argument against is that it's not a.
It isn't sport, like it isn't physical.
Yeah, exactly. That's the main argument against, which I understand to some extent. And like, I was going to add a follow-up question, which was, do you think that esports should ever be introduced into the Olympics?
Oh, into the Olympics?
Yeah, because
no.
I don't think that I think in that case that's where the argument of it not being physical actually like matters.
I mean, I think the Olympics is like a traditional thing, but I think sports is now, can be modernized.
Yeah, exactly. I think the Olympics should still be reserved for like, like physical. It's just like a display of like incredible physical feats, isn't it?
The original idea of the Olympics was to like narrow the gap between like God and man, and it's like, okay, so you're good at League, yeah? You're a fucking god, are you? Like, no.
Well, maybe.
Well, I don't know. Maybe Korea is closer to heaven than we thought.
They always have been. They've always been one step ahead. But yeah, I don't know. I see.
Can we stop killing these things? They make the jarringest noise when they die.
I know. Yeah, let's get back at them. Don't ever do that again.
Sorry about that.
Jesus Christ.
Jeez.
Okay. Yeah, that was pretty much. That was an easy question to answer.
In every home just ran away.
What about you? What's your next question?
My first question?
Your first question, yeah.
Okay, do you think it's fair for people to be making money from esports? Like, what do you feel about it?
What do you mean, like the players?
Yeah,
I think it's fine. Just like you make a normal sportsman makes money.
But people would argue like, oh, this person has to go through physical training and like harsh regimes.
Yeah, but people that say that don't like. That's the thing. People that say that think that professional gamers just like sit on their arse and just like play video games for like 4 hours and just do nothing. So,
when they're training the same as footballers.
If you look at like the most hardcore esports scene in the world is probably still StarCraft 2 in Korea. And the top StarCraft 2 players in Korea practice for literally like 10 plus hours a day.
Jeez.
And they just live StarCraft, and it's like, it's not like a game for them anymore, it's just like a job,
I don't know if that's
it's not like as extreme over here in the West, and even in Korea, like for League of Legends in Korea, it's maybe not quite that extreme, but it's still, there's very much like an idea of being regimented and just like you would if you were playing a normal sport. You've got to practice all the time to stay good and to compete.
Do you think there'll be a point of which esports takes over from normal sports?
I was going to ask that. I don't know. A part of me thinks there will be. Yeah, a part of me thinks there will be.
I kind of think no, because of the sort of logic, like the knowledge you need to have, kind of.
I don't know. I think that can be passed down and just like slowly, as like, people become more used to technology.
It's popular now because of how many people, the amount of people who play games.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. Like as the technology and the video game becomes more ingrained into culture, it becomes more and more of like a accepted thing that everyone does. But at the same time, I think there's something about physical sports which is so much more primal compared to esports, which is going to be hard to get rid of.
Sports more, but like normal sports are I don't know if admire is I respect the people who do it more than esports people.
Yeah.
Just because like a physical don to be doing that shit.
Yeah, I know what you mean, and it is very sort of. It's kind of tribal in a way, isn't it? Physical sports.
And also, like, say somebody is professional at esports, I kind of feel like they could quit at any time. But you can't quit being like an Olympian, because that's a fucking lifestyle. Like, you've altered your body for it, you know?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Actually, I know what you mean. There is a difference there for sure. Will it ever take over? I think probably. But I think it'll take a while for sure. I mean, think
about like Final Fantasy X and shit, like 10-2 when they're playing those, or that's in 10-1 as well. Like they just play those fucking aqua football games or whatever.
Yeah.
That's kind of futuristic, kind of. I mean, it is a physical sport, but you know.
Yeah, that's a bit
I reckon
different.
that would happen.
Yeah,
I mean, okay. Although you think like esports could overtake, do you think that a physical sport could overtake future esports by like having a future physical sport?
What? I didn't understand.
So like, say that, you know how there's just hockey, right?
Yeah.
And then we have like League of Legends is a huge craze, and then everyone goes into esports. Then what about when like space hockey gets invented or some shit, you know? You know, people might always flip back.
Yeah, no, of course. There's always a chance for old traditions becoming like renewed. Just like, well, I mean, there's loads of examples of that happening with like music and fashion, and you know, styles kind of come back around a lot of the time. I think that's a similar thing. But yeah, no, I think I think like if esports ever does like overtake physical sports, it will still like I can't see like physical sports ever really going away. Basically, I think there's always going to be like a need for that, at least for like the foreseeable future.
I can kind of see it going away within, like, say, in 1,000 years. I mean, I know it's hard to that shit, but
I just meant like
the sort of a technological sort of like information age where people soon won't be doing as much, and it will be more like thinking and, you know, like technical.
More, No, of course, but I mean, like for the sort of foreseeable future for the next few generations, you know.
Yeah. I mean, okay, like imagine like 1,000 years in the future, right? I reckon a physical sport which would be popular would be something which is really complicated to do, rather than something which is like just entertaining and simple to watch. I reckon people would admire more, like in future culture, be like, oh, that, like, look at the mechanics behind his body movements there. Like, he is navigating in space, doing this next level Don thing, you know what I mean?
I guess so. I don't know though. I mean, because if you think about the Olympics, and you know how many years the Olympics has been going on for, it has, you know, it's still at its core the same kind of thing. It's still.
Although I think it must get less and less hype. I mean, obviously there was a peak.
I don't know though, dude. The 2012 Olympics in London was fucking huge.
Yeah, but that was just because we were here, you know.
Well, no, it was huge over the world.
And is it people enjoying the sports, or is it people enjoying the whole, like, you know, is it only the sports to blame, or is it the fact that it's countries going against each other?
Well, no, I mean, of course it's part of that, but that comes into every sport, doesn't it?
Like, I don't watch any sport, but I watch the Olympics.
Yeah, of course. And I mean, you're right, it is that sort of, like, global sort of phenomenon that... obviously, one other thing is that it only happens, like, a lot less frequently, so it's not like... it's there all the time, so it's more of a special occurrence as well.
Yeah, if there was the Olympics every day, like I wouldn't give a shit. I wouldn't give any shits whatsoever.
Yeah, exactly. But I don't know. I think I still feel like there's a long way. It'll be a long way to go before people stop caring about physical sports, and like not just physical sports, but just like physical, like prowess in general. I think that will always be sort of highly regarded to some degree.
All right, so I suppose a good thing for us to talk about now would be how much being an esports player is like desired. And I think a lot of people who desire, like, I really want to be a pro gamer or whatever, might not know how tough it actually is, or like how unenjoyable it probably is.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think when I was, talking earlier about the Korean StarCraft, I was kind of giving you the most extreme version. And if you listen to interviews of like most of the Western players, they enjoy their job and they do it because they enjoy it. But yeah, I do agree that I think there are a lot of, especially like young kids that like really want to become pro gamers, and they don't quite realise that that it's actually becoming more and more a business as the years progress.
I mean, it's great to enjoy your job, but I think a lot of people don't realise that it is a job, and that it isn't like playing at your own leisure; it's playing at your boss's leisure.
Yeah, exactly. You've got much more responsibility to your team and to the managing staff and whatnot.
Yeah, and like if you want to stop playing a game, you can now, but like if it's your job, you'll
get fired.
If you stop playing the game, that's your fucking food gone for the day,
Yeah, exactly. If you're not committing to it, you'll just get fired. As simple as that. So it's different from a hobby, and I think that's the thing. Like in the East, in like Korea especially, they're further ahead than us on this. But especially in the West, there's still video games are still seen as like a hobby, and nothing more. So until people like start seeing it more as like a business and a job, which will happen, I think it'll just take a couple of decades.
Yeah, I think that'll definitely happen.
Yeah. But until that happens,
it's your turn.
I'll be a problem. Oh yeah, I guess it is. Do you think people should be able to get like degrees and visas for being like a professional esport player, just like in the same way you can for being an athlete?
I'm really not sure about this, because I think it really depends on like how long term this game is going to be around for and how long the hype is. Because the thing about esports is I kind of believe that it is quite hype based, and things on the internet can move on a lot quicker than physical sports, because it's this thing we said in our technology episode about how technology moves at a faster rate than human society.
Yeah.
Or, and I think it's the same for games versus sports. So I don't know. I think people should be able to get degrees and shit in it, but I don't think it's logical.
Well, okay, that's fair enough. I understand what you mean. I think there's a little bit of a difference though between what we were talking earlier about technology moving fast and how the internet like hypes things up, because the thing with that is it's driven by society, and the only reason things spread so fast on the internet is because of like what people want, if that makes sense.
In a way, but I think it's also because there's so many people, and the more people there are around, the more people will be impatient, I kind of imagine. Because you have more voices say, I want something new, and they have to be entertained every day, because everything is instant now, and it's
exactly.
Give me that new thing, and we're not in the kind of time where we can settle down on anything to do with like internet-y stuff, or like games or whatever. Like for example, people will still play some old school games, but like no one is playing any old school games that ain't getting updated, you know what I mean? Like long term, I mean.
Yeah, there are. Well, not literally no one, but no, I know what you mean. Games
like say like
out
10 years ago, you could probably imagine that people could play Red Alert Pro, right? You could say like, oh, Red Alert is popular and people are having competitive matches, so let's make a degree in it. And where would that get you now? Because like you can't transfer that. Well, you can kind of transfer that skill to other games.
That's the thing. I don't think it would be game specific though. If you're gonna have a degree, I think it would just be in esports.
Well, like really?
Well,
so you wouldn't even have it like genre specific?
I don't know.
What would that degree get you? Like, oh, I was like, what would it get you more than, you know, you can already prove that you were like a top player in a game anyway.
I don't know, because that's the thing. Like, I didn't actually read the article, but I saw the headline of an article the other day that some university in the state, I think it's the States, has just started the world's first like gaming degree. And I was just like,
I don't know how I feel about that.
yeah, I don't know. It's a bit weird, isn't it? But I mean, when it comes to like visas and stuff, that already goes on. They already Riot Games for League of Legends already like provide all the international players with like
Can we move on?
with visas that are like functionally identical to athletes' visas.
Well, they kind of have to, don't they?
Yeah, which I think is pretty cool actually. I think that's it's kind of needed, but yeah.
I think it's kind of cool to see it happen, like, because it's so like weird and new. Like nothing like it has ever happened.
Yeah,
before.
for sure, exactly.
Okay, I had a juicy question. What was it? Like, low on my brain. It was like the juiciest. I've got other questions, right? But I wanted this question, and it's just fucked off like a little prick.
Yep.
Oh, okay, so this is killing me inside. This is hurting. This is hurting my soul. Oh no. Okay, so oh no. Should have written it down like a second ago, and I had it. And I was like, Andrew, you ask your question. Just as like, I don't want to ask too many. Can you ask another question?
No, I can't.
Oh my days, I am gonna kill you. I swear.
Follow the rules, mate.
Follow the rules.
Yeah.
I am the rules. Okay. Oh my days. Okay, so let's just ask something like generic. Would you want to be a Let's Player or like a professional gamer or something like that?
Maybe. I'm not sure.
End of question.
No, that's literally like it's not
Well,
like.
I mean, okay, but like.
I don't want it enough that it's the
one. League of Legends, and you really want to get better at it.
Right. Well,
so, like,
sort of.
Do you ever want to get better at it to the state where like you could be the best and sort of influence what other people do and set trends and shit?
Yeah, to some degree, but I don't want it so much that there's nothing else that I want. Do you know what I mean?
I guess.
There's like other stuff that I'm interested in as well.
That's the thing about you. You don't know what you want.
Well, no, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Is that there's multiple things that I like that I'm interested in that I find attractive. So it's hard for me to say one thing until I just try them.
Pick one thing, like,
until I try them all a bit more and see which of them suits me the best.
Oh, that's fair enough, I guess. But how long are you gonna spend choosing, trying different things?
I don't know. We'll see. You'll see. I mean, the end of uni is, a good.
A good time to settle.
What's the right word? A good sort of like a mark. Like I guess you could call it a deadline. Because by then
I would say even before uni, because you have to decide what you major in. I would hate to like do something at uni and then be like, oh, I wish I'd done this other course because I'm so passionate about it now afterwards.
Well, it's not like you can't go back to uni.
Well, no, but
my 50-odd-year-old stepmom has just gone back to uni because she's just rekindled or rediscovered like a passion of hers that she wasn't doing before, and I think that's great. Do you know what I mean? I'm of the belief that it's never too late to.
Of course, it's never too late, but that doesn't mean that you should like not do shit early.
No, of course. No, I'm just saying. Even if I got to the end of the 3-year, and then I suddenly thought, oh, actually, no, hang on, this is definitely what I want to do. This other thing, then that's fine because then at least I know. Do you know what I mean?
I guess so. I just can't.
I would rather that than force myself doing something that I'm not sure about.
Yeah.
That I'm not like 100% because it's hard to be 100% sure about anything, but
some people are, and that's weird.
you know,
Like
and
you
he's
meet
quite
people and
short.
like, I will be a musician. Like I will do nothing except make music and live on the streets until I'm like fucking famous or some shit.
Yeah, I find that hard. I mean, I like that. I really respect it, but I find that hard to
I don't know if I
understand.
respect it or not. I reckon it can be slightly unrealistic. I mean, the music industry is hard to get into. We probably have to do it.
Oh god,
We've
yeah.
done an episode about music before, though.
It's worse than ever these days. In terms of like making money as a solo artist or whatever, you know.
I think it depends if you're like an actual musician or like if you're good looking.
Yeah. Or if you're
Because that's
just like,
what it is now.
it's all marketing, really. Half of it's marketing now, you know. Like X
Basically,
Factor
the
and all that
music
shit.
industry is the same industry that sold pin-up girl wallpapers.
Pretty much. How the fuck are we talking about the music industry? This episode's about esports, you little pleb.
We're talking about business in general, man. Jeez.
No, I know. Oh,
Okay, so is it my turn or your turn? It's probably my turn, isn't it?
I think so, yeah. What was that juicy question that you
I'm
supposedly
so
had?
pissed off. It's gone. I'm just gonna have to ask other shitty questions now, right? Shitty, mediocre pleb questions. Fucking. Oh. Okay, so, like, do you think? Who
Should
do
go
you
hand
think?
this question, by the way.
Okay, yeah. We've been doing this for very long.
I know.
What the balance should be between like how much the game owns and like the managers and like all this shit? Do you think managers are necessary? Like, esports is new. Would you change anything that's happening in it? Do you think it's efficient, etc., 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 etc.?
So when so you're talking about like team infrastructure and business infrastructure and all that kind of stuff, I guess.
Yeah, I didn't pick anything up.
Congratulations.
Shut up. Just. Oh.
Oh, now I've got to do some fucking long ass cutscene. Oh, you can skip them. Awesome.
How?
Yeah, there's just like a little box that comes up. So would you like to skip them? Like you had to do it like 5 times. But yeah, what was I gonna say? Yeah, I think basically when it comes to that kind of stuff, the West is about 10 years behind Korea, or about 5 years behind Korea.
I'm getting some next lag. Oh gosh.
Really?
It's the nextest lag I've ever had in this game.
I don't have any.
Like potions are going slow, fam. And picking up is going. Oh, I can't do this quest. Cannot do this quest. Oh my days. Okay, answer the question. When you're done with the question, I'll have picked up all my stuff.
Yeah, I think like if we just look to Korea for that kind of stuff, we'll get most of the answers. I think the West
I guess that's kind of
the West is definitely picking up a lot of stuff, especially in the last year or two. I mean, even just looking at League of Legends on its own, the West, like America and Europe, the gap has become a bit smaller between the West and
We
Korea.
have to like
not just
adapt and change a little bit.
Not just in terms of skill, but in terms of like infrastructure and professionalism as well. I think professionalism's a big one. If esports wants to be taken seriously and become like a thriving business. But yeah, in terms of like, do I think anything needs to change? Well, yeah, I mean, we just need to catch up to the Koreans. I think it's as simple as that, really. I think we just need to keep going in the direction we're going, because I think we are going in the right direction. Keep.
It's not that we have the capability to like contact people instantly, and like Korea is on the same planet as us and so close by, and that there's such a vast difference. And the same with like Africa. And
it's not that vast. That's what I'm saying. Like it used to be really vast about 5 years ago, but in the last few years, West is catching up. And I think the West will catch up for sure. But yeah, it's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of integrating it into society, because esports is so widely accepted in Korea. It's insane. I mean, more than some like actual normal sports. To the extent which I don't know if I've told you this before, but there was a football tournament, or soccer if you're an American, in Korea. When was it? I can't remember. It was a good 5 or so years ago. And in the final of this tournament, in order to like hype the players up, like I can't remember, was it the StarCraft players or the StarCraft organization?
That's ridiculous.
The
next nerdy people just walked out in a stadium of footballers.
No, it was like they were like they met them in like the locker rooms or something, to like it was like these people's idea of meeting their heroes. It was that kind of thing, and I think that's so weird, but I think that's pretty fucking cool.
That kind of linked to my next question.
And that kind of shows, how much more ingrained it is in society. I think when that happens in the West, not like that exact thing, but when that happens more in the West, that's when we'll catch up and become more like a actual professional sort of business.
Do you think there'll be a day where we sort of idolize, as idolize professional players, as the same way we look at like Usain Bolt or like
yeah, I think so.
Celebrities or shit like that? Really?
Yeah, I think definitely. Well, because that happens in Korea already. I mean,
like, I don't know, because I can't.
I'm not.
I've seen it.
I don't think. I mean, it might not end up being the same. Ever getting to the same level, because of course we're two different countries with different histories and whatnot. But I have a strong feeling that that's going to be the case within the next like 2 decades or less.
It would feel so great to be like the first proper famous Westerner.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, like world famous. I don't mean like he's the best League of Legends player in the West. I mean like world famous class. Like
like a household name type thing.
Yeah.
Like Usain Bolt. Yeah.
So sick. Fucking on those Virgin Media adverts.
Yeah. That will happen. I mean, they have like esports players in adverts in Korea and shit as well. So.
You know a lot about Korea, fam.
No, I just read a lot and watch videos.
You know so much about esports. It's pissing me off.
I just watch like talk shows and interviews and shit. That's it.
Can we do this, boss?
Oh yeah, shit. Why are we killing these things?
No. Are we in a party? Yeah, we're in a party.
Yeah, we
Good. We learned from our mistakes. Are you ready for the Donne skill? Oh, I missed.
Well done. This guy's a dick. Look at him. This is Rumble, dude. This is basically Rumble from League of Legends.
Yeah.
It's exactly the fucking little
that space one
controlling the machine. Yeah. Oh jeez. You're getting wrecked, mate.
Am I getting wrecked? Why am I?
Your move looks so shit. I'm sorry.
I know. And when I first used it, I was like, "Oh my god!"
Having said that, mine doesn't look that much better.
Yours will never look good though. That's the thing.
Spearman is better for like flashy animations and shit.
Yeah, boy. Well, I'm glad that's over. It's your turn.
Is it my turn? Fuck. Okay, let me think. What do you think of like people like PewDiePie who make insane amounts of money off YouTube by being a Let's Player? We'll have to go back.
I don't know. I think if you're doing like a business thing, which he is cleverly, kind of, then I think there should be no limitations, right?
Okay.
But I kind of don't think it's fair to start off doing one. I don't know. No, I mean, how can you say what's fair when in terms of money and like equalness, like almost nothing in the entire world is fair. Like, how can you accurately judge whether it's fair for him to get that much money or not? I mean, it makes me feel uncomfortable that people like that get so much money, but then
loads of money.
Just loads of money. But you know what I mean, right?
Yeah. I see where you're coming from.
I don't want to like just say, oh, that one aspect is wrong. They should fix that when like the whole rest of the world is broken and we've like accepted it this way. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is. It's the same way someone can get rich by patenting something and then just selling it to like some businessman or whatever.
Yeah, I see where you're coming from. I guess I agree to some extent.
I think a lot of people are like, oh, he just sits on his ass and he doesn't do anything. You know.
No, he's clearly a very clever guy to have gone to where he's gone to now. I do think that the internet naturally blows things out of proportion, though, in almost like any circumstance. Just because of how... Sorry?
Like the quest item you get, level 60.
Yeah. Just because of how how quickly things spread on the internet, I think it does things do blow out of proportion for sure. But I don't know.
Okay, do you want to wrap things up?
Yeah,
we're at the 30-minute mark.
Sure.
Okay, so next episode, I want to talk about personal growth. Okay.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, this is very like relevant to my life, like all the time, like always trying to better myself.
Yeah. No, that's good.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, be there. No, extras.
Jesus Christ. That scared the hell out of me. Like, you need to get one of those voice modulators.
I'll just edit my voice.
Yeah.
No, extras.
Jesus, I can't follow that.
just say goodbye, like you normally do. You have so much swag when you say goodbye.
I know.
Like, I'm like extras, and you're like, see you guys. Peace out.
See you later, guys. Filthy Casual here. Have a nice day, evening, morning.
Fucking ruined everything. You just Shrek'd me.